it's been said a bard's life can often be a hard life, or hill and dale to rove and always move from town to town. And some folk have inquired if ever we grow tired of ranging all around the world and never settling down.
But one should be a little wary of remaining stationary, 'cause comfortable is lovely, but it's not the way we grow. When life starts to unravel, pick up your pack and travel. You'll find a strange serenity in places you don't know. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. You've got no map for showing which direction you are going.
But why start on a journey if you know where it will end?
And once you recognize,
to anticipate surprise, you'll relish every twist and turn that lies around the bend. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road.
the world has got its demons. There are many reasons why you'd find it harder to be brave than be afraid.
But every life could use some danger. Every friend was once a stranger. Ships are safe in harbor, but that's not why ships are made. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee-da-dee. A fwit-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Adventures waiting further down the road. Let's go!
Hello and welcome you guys to Savage Moon Sundays. We're so excited to be on chapter 2 of this crazy adventure where we don't know what's even going on. So we're going to go ahead and get this party started and bring on our GM for all of the fun rules and shenanigans. Mike!
Hello. So, some of us don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I think I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on what you do. And sometimes y'all are maniacs. So that's good. But before we get into the people and today's guests and all that good stuff, do we want to do the menu of mischief?
Yes, the meddling menu time. Yay!
Woo! All right.
I'm going to make you do it because I got to read the points.
Oh, okay.
Never mind. I'm just kidding. I'll do it. Where's our menu? There's our menu. Boom.
Thank you. All right. So if you use your Twitch points, you can assign inspiration. Inspiration has to be assigned to a particular player / character. and you'll see that they will have listed next to their names if they have a number of inspirations. We have been informally limiting that to about 3, so it doesn't get completely crazy bonkers. How many points is that?
If you want to inspire one of our lovely players and hopefully save them from certain death, that's 1,000 Twitch points, you guys.
Sweetness reigns. So the opposite of sweetness reigning would be chaos. So if you are more a devil than an angel and you'd like to empower, inspire the GM to do terrible, terrible things to our protagonists, go ahead and assign chaos to me. And what was that cost you in Twitch points?
That does not exist in I'm just kidding. Chaos is 2,000 points. So if you're balling out of control, you can go ahead and just throw that at our lovely GM. Please don't do that. I want to live.
Some lovely, terrible stuff has happened as a result. We also have 2 things that will affect the party's ability to do devastating critical hits. The first is Savage. Savage will crit on a 19 or better instead of the 20. And if you use the Savage, it will inflict triple instead of double damage.
Woohoo!
How much is that?
A Savage costs you guys 500 Twitch points.
And Brutal is like Savage, but more. Brutal will crit on an 18 or better and inflicts 4 times damage. And how much is that?
A Brutal is 1,500 Twitch points. So if you have saved up those points like I have, or if I'm ever not in the game and I want to get back at some people, you can too can spend some points and rage on. Okay, so we also have one more rule. Sorry, guys. As a Virgo, I love my rules and regulations. And the only rule for our Twitch channel is Whedon's Law, which is don't be a dick. Don't say anything inappropriate. We do have a lovely voice from above that I am calling and beckoning down, who will also be serving as our Twitch channel moderator because I can't be in 3 screens at once. Bree!
Hello.
Oh, we actually get your voice today. Awesome.
Yes, I'm your moderator.
Nice. So the other thing is, as much as we'll try, we might make mistakes. So if we say something maybe we should have reconsidered or we make an oops, please just drop something in chat. Possibly don't make an issue other than bring it to attention, and we'll try to address it as soon as we can.
And Bree, can you please bring attention to your username in Twitch so they know who you are, so they know who to talk to?
In Twitch, I am Dracula's stepdaughter.
Ooh,
that's so legit.
Rawr, rawr. All right, you may go back to the abyss from which you came.
Poof.
Oh, poof. All right, guys. So, should we do the opening credits first or bring in our characters?
Let's do opening credits first.
All righty. I got you. Oh, sweet and wonderful. And I'm not kissing your butt, GM.
Una was the first world created by the gods before they withdrew from the mortal plane. When they created the new world, Urt, Una became its first moon. The peoples of the world they abandoned still struggle to survive against dark cults, primordial monsters, strange magics, and ruthless warlords. On the savage moon, the hardest thing to be is a hero.
We really need to update that because all those other people are dead.
Yeah, I was thinking, or like update it so there's like little, tombstones or something.
Oh, that's too soon. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so shall we bring on the other players slash
So
characters?
why don't we bring them on and introduce them as players? And once we've said
Okay.
hello, we can go on to the game.
Okay, let's start with another current reoccurring person. Tanya.
So I'm going to let you really briefly introduce yourselves, partially some very quickly loading assets into the system. So Tanya, you are.
I play Zadri.
I meant who are you?
You as a person.
I play Tanya.
But what is a Tanya?
That's a good question.
Okay, so the simple answer isn't just smartass then.
No, I think that's it.
Okay.
There's a story. When I was very little, my dad was taking me around his office to sell Girl Scout cookies, and he took me to his boss, and his boss looks down and he said, and I'm like 7, and his boss looks at me and he says, "So you're Glenn Laird's daughter?" And I looked this guy in the eyes and I was like, "I mean, we assume so." So
Wow.
smart. That's probably an accurate description. Yeah.
Well, shots fired and divorces may have almost happened because of this one little child. All right.
Tanya is a sometime runny, all the time tea sorceress and costumer.
TabletopTees.com.
All right.
Who else we got?
Let's see. Another one of our lovely guests. Voila! I'm just clicking because I'm blind.
Hello.
It's an Alexis.
My name's Lex or Alexis. I am a patron more than a Rennie. Usually you'll see me running around the Renaissance Festival dressed as either a mermaid Pegasus princess or the Mad Hatter. And I'm the excellent mom friend and maker of things.
That Mad Hatter is what do the kids say? Fire?
Yeah, I think that's what they say.
I'm trying to keep up. I used to teach primary school kids, and they would keep me up to date on slang, but I'm not teaching this year, so I have no idea what the slang is now.
You can borrow my kids. You want to borrow my kids? 2 for 1
you're
special?
kind of far. You're not in Austin though, right?
I'll fly them out.
All right, so we have
kidding.
one more.
One more.
List.
Hello. Sorry,
Hello.
I realized I was muted.
And
I
introduce yourself to the.
I am Blythe. I am guesting today. You may have seen me around the interwebs on things like Geek and Sundry and Happy Jack's RPG, and I've been around a while. I like playing TTRPGs. I've been playing D&D since I was 11, so I'm happy to be here.
All right, so let's begin. Welcome all, and to our guests, thank you for coming and agreeing to play. Let's go ahead and May, can you step away for a moment? We'll get you back. I want to set up the other. She's using her mysterious powers. So we are actually going to begin on a ship. So I'm going to put the ship on the screen so that. Yeah, there we go. So this ship is known as the Rumpus. The design is roughly based on what for a period in the real world was called a hulk. So it's not quite a cog. It's got a shallower draft than a cog, and is mostly it's mostly a shore hugging vehicle because it's single sail. So with a good navigator, you can go short distances in open water, but it's principally point to point along coasts. And reason it's I'm assuming the reason it's called Hulk as opposed to a cog, it's a little earlier and it's a little bigger. So it's the kind of thing that would carry a fair amount of cargo. At one point, if these characters recur, if it comes up today, we will improv where the hell the ship came from, because none of these 3 characters is a shipwright. So somebody bet with a bisexual black rogue with special dice, or that's close to they come to a name. Well, we can't use Lando, right? So Bando, Bando belt.
Banzo?
Yeah. um,
She
it's
just
probably,
as sexy though.
Cal Blinkian.
yeah. It's probably something like that. So the three characters here. Let's begin with the captain. So Zadri, is it Zadri or Zadri?
Zadri. Yeah,
Do
Zadri.
you love captain? Does your captain, or is that just how it works?
Am I captain because I was voted captain? Sorry,
Well,
I lost you for a
use
second.
the term captain.
Oh,
You
yeah.
captain without people using the honorific, right?
Yeah, no, I like the term captain.
Okay, cool. And so now the brief, like, who is Zadri?
Zadri is she's kind of petite but muscular. She's got very medium olive skin and a bit of vitiligo, but she definitely looks like she's in the sun a lot. She also has that thing where she's on land and she walks like she's on a boat, like she's way more
Right.
comfortable walking on a boat. So you get the impression that she's been boating her whole life. I think she's been a captain for a handful of years now, but boats her whole life.
Light armor, light weapons.
Yeah, she is like doesn't really look like she's wearing armor. And she's the glint of weapons maybe here and there, but it's not obvious.
And forgive me if I already asked this. I just came off from a 3.5
Oh yeah,
hour
no, that's
drive.
fine.
Human tribe, right?
Yes, human.
Okay. And with you, is it pronounced Shadran? Shadran?
Shadrin.
Shadran, cool. And who is Shadran?
Shadrin is a tall Triton lady. She's got blue skin, greenish hair. It's quite long, but she usually tries to keep it pulled back in like a braid. She comes from the sea and is now here to help these not sea folk navigate the sea.
Yeah, the terribly clueless not sea folk. I always picture Tritons as being very striking, right? Like very noble bearing. Like I think across the room would be like, oh, it's a Triton. But you have like a special friend with you, right?
Yeah, I have a giant otter.
And what's their name?
I haven't figured it out because I can't think of a good enough name for an otter yet, but I'm thinking Benedict.
Okay. Yep.
It is now.
From certain angles, he is certainly a Benedict. And this isn't necessarily obvious from meeting you or seeing you, but for the sake of the audience, what class are you?
I am a ranger.
Okie doke. And you work as the navigator, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of weapons and armor do you carry?
I am a very traditional ranger, typical longbow, but I have some swords for the occasional need to get up close and personal fight.
What it's got to get nasty, yeah.
yeah, if I have to. Hopefully they never get close to me, but if I have to, I have some swords. I'm wearing like basic leather armor, just very, very protected, very stylish. No, I don't know.
So, Betka, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, hi, I'm Betka. I communicate with the wind and the storm, and they're my besties. And sometimes they help, sometimes they royally screw me over, but mostly I can really make things just like tumultuous. Yeah, so Becca is a Triton as well, where apparently Shadrin is quite a tall, statuesque, and stylish Triton. Becca's a bit of a mess. She's the rather eccentric, covers herself in barnacles because she thinks they're neat.
The two aunties in Sabrina.
Yes, exactly.
Kind of because
I'm giving Barry that right now.
The two of you kind of match those archetypes nearly perfectly, and that who that makes you, which is like the best, right?
Yeah.
Also, it says something about your makeup that at first I didn't recognize you. Just went, "Oh, we recruited a Triton. Nice." And I'm like, "Wait, I know her." Uh, all right. So the three of you have been aboard the Rumpus for several years, and you have been. There aren't a lot of actual ports in the Savage world. There's some, but it's very barbaric place. So maintaining a port is about consistency, and because this is a lot of very violent tribes and a lot of internal confrontation and warlords coming in and out, maintaining that consistency enough to be a proper port is rough. However, trading is still a thing. So I assume that what you've been about is a little light trading and basically a little light come as you are ad hoc adventuring. Like if something seems worth doing, either in terms of money or like, I don't know your characters all that well, but I'm sort of seeing these as they will fight the good fight when it's convenient.
That
Okay,
one.
gotcha. So we are now officially on the same page. So things you need to know to get you up to speed is lately, and by lately I mean 3 months, 4 months. Um, the lanes, what amounts to shipping lanes, have been problematic because there are these red apes, and they call them red apes because they're red apes. And originally, you knew of a place where there's a jungle where there were these red. They're a little more humanoid than an actual ape. They've got long red fur, and generally they're not tool using. They're technically humanoid, but you pretty much all the other tribes have written them off as they're probably just humanoid monsters. They don't seem to have any kind of organization. At some point, someone began to organize them, began to bring them together. Since then, they've started using tools, they've started using weapons and armor. They are now showing up wearing basically lacquered hide, so fairly tough breastplates, and they're operating as military. And you've heard something about a great orc leading them. Generally, considering I mean, what is that thing? I recently read a great thing about the whole Enterprise versus Millennium Falcon. It's like that's like comparing a exploration, a military, fully staffed military exploration vehicle against your weed dealer and
Right.
his ride or die buddy.
Yep.
And I think you're the weed dealer with the rider type buddy.
Yeah.
So I think this all comes up, but it's not shit you normally interact with. However, one of the stops that's kind of a de facto port, I will show you. I loaded this. Let's see if I got it in right. There we go. So Zur on the bottom there. Zur is effectively a port. I mean, it's kind of a shit port, but as they go, it's got a proper pier out to anchor off, tie off at. It's you're relatively shallow, but you do have a ruddered oar. You do need enough of a dig to be able to pull in. It's got that, and you had stopped going because they seem to have been taken over by these apes. And it's not the first thing along your travels that you run into like that. So you've begun to actually become concerned about, you've probably talked over eggs like, are we going to have to do something about these damn apes? And the first reaction being, oh God, no. But more and more, it's like, yeah, we might. So this last time you come around, the apes aren't there anymore because they have their own ships. They sail something that's like an early, not caravel, like an early like two-master caravel. So a little faster than your ship, and also a little more capable of being on open ocean. So you actually, and this is a whole backstory. I'll get to your making choices and having agency real soon, I promise. Yeah, my Lex by Magic looks like that. Sorry. Um, so you pull in, and you're greeted by the people there, and it's pretty clear they have fought and shrugged off the chains that bound, and freed themselves by
The literal chains that bound.
yeah, for sure. And we are going to begin with you in one of the leadership yurts. So a top quality yurt with this fellow.
I love when he turns up.
You have met him once or twice. He's not the leader of the communities, but he's one of the leaders.
Right.
And his name is Reska. So you are at a low table, and this is the last time I encountered it. I know Ethiopian culture used like the low table among the ones that I don't have very wide experience. I am a Midwestern white dude who's trying hard. Please correct me. I know that there's a Chinese like a lower table as well.
Yeah, there's plenty of cultures that have
Yeah,
those
okay.
tables,
Okay, so I'm grasping
You're
it's
good.
one of those, right? And it's got like some food and drinks out for you. You're there. You have more crew, but they're on the ship. And he says, "Guests, thank you for coming into the town. I'm sure you've noticed that the apes have gone.
Yeah? How'd you do that then?
To be completely upfront about it, we were liberated. One of our own, a woman named Indira, always been chosen, touched in some way. From what I know about you, Betka, that you are touched in a way that gives you power over our water, right?
Sometimes Sister C is a little finicky, but she listens sometimes. We're besties.
That's got to be really useful on a boat.
Oh yeah.
Boats are
Yeah.
so cute. I love them. It's such a fun idea.
He looks like he gathers himself. Well, Indira is besties with death. And as useful as your power seems to be over water and sailing, being besties, I don't know this word, I'm sorry. Being besties with that seems to be very useful when you're fighting conquering apes.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I have a question though. What
Yes.
is it that you need us for?
Oh, I hadn't gotten to that. We can start with I have food and drink here for you. But once we shrugged off the apes, those who rescued us, they killed the lieutenant that was left here to keep us under control. And before he was dispatched, there was some interrogation. Questions like, who's your leader? Where did you come from? Where should we go to exact terrible bloody vengeance? The usual.
Mhm.
And he had answers. And we know where our liberator needs to go next, but we don't have ships. Certainly none that we would trust on any open water.
Okay, so I'm to understand then that you want us to take your bestie with death. Yes. Um to one of the other islands then?
Well, we can't get them there alone. And this is Mike stepping out of character a bit. It's a barter and trade society, right? So the whole normal D&D, like, offer me a pile of gold, is we really have not, I would say, advanced, but as a as a socialist, I'm not sure that's really an advance. Also, like, I am Devo. So he does, however, offer you, and we kind of pull back the lens on a negotiation.
Yeah, I think that's what's happening now is like you want us to take somebody who's best friends with death on my boat. You make it worth my
The
while.
problem is at this point, we kind of have to abstract the negotiation, partially because it has to be successful, or you're not playing today. Like if the negotiation fails, I'm like,
Sorry, everybody.
coming, right?
2 goats ain't cutting it. I gotta go.
And the second thing is, you don't really know the culture enough to be in character negotiating. So you
Right.
negotiate. What they do have is while they were working as effectively slaves of these conquerors, the people here were gathering big broad leaves that are used for a variety of things, and certain ingredients that are used for the creation of certain kinds of medicines and things like that. And they had been shipping them out on the ships that the apes brought. So you end up negotiating for half of what they gathered. They no longer have to send out, but they do have a surplus because they would have been forced to gather more than they personally need. And they're happy to give you that. And there is room on the old rumpus. So the bottom floor of this thing is bend over when you're walking down there. It's not real tall, but you do actually have a hold, and there is enough room down there to put what he suggests. And also among yourselves, you would do the here is the thing and talk amongst yourselves. It's pretty clear that if nothing is done about this conqueror, more and more ports are going to get shut down,
Right.
and your ability to do your business and to do the things and have the freedom that you want is going to be severely impacted. So we assume that's
It would
successful.
behoove us. Yes.
It totally hooves you.
It hooves us.
And so if you look there, you're in Zur.
Yeah.
Every one of these hexes is 50 damn miles. What he's suggesting, what you're suggesting back, and this would be the navigator. This would probably be Shadron suggesting this, is we go across the water, due north. So you would go along this line of hexes. That'd be probably a day, depending on winds. Then you'd follow the coast to the break in the land up there. And then if further in that map, that's actually a bay. And then you would stop and then cross over. Azaf is another known port to you, but the last time like this one, that was Red Ape controlled. So you probably want to deliver your payload before Azaf and let her head in. So at this point, let's bring May.
So we're talking about not even going to a port, just finding somewhere we can.
Correct. The one thing that's not in the cute little thing that I came up with is I didn't put the fact that you do have a ship's boat. It's a small vessel, so you only have one, but you have a ship's boat for 4.
A little dinghy.
Oh, sure. Yeah. May, are you sick of hearing us talk yet? You want to come on?
I guess.
Yeah.
All right. So Reska comes and gets you. And for our guests, I will point out that it's become a kind of in-joke kind of game to objectify some
I'm
of
gonna
the
Google
NPCs.
him.
I can Google him now because he's not my uncle.
Hold on. I want to Google. There we go. Hey.
Hello.
Oh, just kidding.
So this is all to NPCs. We don't mean nothing by it. There's also tradition that generally, if you run into somebody particularly fine, someone gets named Chad.
Chad.
The Chad.
Yeah.
So many hippos.
Yeah, if you're familiar with it was 90 Days Around the World with Passepartout, the idea that there was that same guide in every city.
Yep.
That's kind of what's played out. Is there's like a Chad with good buns, like in every tribe they visit, and at some point somebody goes, "Oh, that's the Chad." So be prepared. There's some sort of weird reverse sexism thing going on, but it's fine, I guess. All right. So, can you describe Indira, please?
She essentially looks like this. She has super silver hair. She has the silver markings on her face. She looks a lot different from when she first started. She's about 22-ish, 23, so she's pretty, young adult. But she's kind of matured over the past longest 3 weeks of her life. And she's kind of, this is it. But of course, now she has dark eyes and all that stuff and whatever.
Are you also wearing the Triceratops skull?
No. Okay. So she took the Triceratops horns and carved mini skulls out of them and stuck them on Ash's. That's her dead friend. Ash's headdress. And she may or may not have taken a fur off of the guy to turn into a wrap for the North because it's cold and winter is coming for them.
So let me point something out to you, of which you might not be aware. So if we look at Olivuna, the outside here is cold. The middle is hot. That's called the burning sea.
Oh.
So as long as you go to the out, you're kind of in the middle, which is temperate. And if you think back on adventures, your adventures have mostly been temperate. You'll find out very quickly you're going the not furs direction.
So I don't need this. So I skinned it. Okay.
You can wear it, but it would be like me wearing black at the fair and almost passing.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. I
But,
can stay here.
So she comes in and Ruska says, so we're fortunate. We talked about you pursuing the warlord.
Yes, his name is War.
And you were very assertive about that.
Yes,
so,
I'm going for War.
Fortunately, these friends of mine is extending beyond our relationship. People I know that are reliable happened into port about the right time, and rather than sending runners out to find someone with a ship or seeing and risking one of our own, because we have a couple, but we use them for fishing or to go entirely along the coast. But these folk here, I've negotiated with them. They are willing to take you to where you need to go, and they have a ship called the Rumpus, and I think your best shot at getting closer to the Orc.
How many people can y'all carry on your boat? Like besides the four of us?
How big are the people?
I only negotiated for you.
You want me to go by myself, dude? Like I gotta take Algafir with me?
Well, of course I don't let her know that I said this, but I just assume she is with you wherever you're going.
I mean, I can't get rid of her, obviously. So she's coming with me. So it's just me and her. That's it.
She's kind of intense.
Kind of? You've met her. She's more than intense, Scott. Like I'm just saying. She's a lot more than intense.
I love how the subtext here is take her. Just take her.
She definitely has your back though, right?
Yes.
All right.
And one other person. She's a little shorter than me. She might be a little scary. She's totally fine, I promise. She's harmless. Kinda.
And Ruska thinks back on her standing with the pile of dead bodies with a big smile on her face, and he just kind of nods. Yeah, right, harmless.
She's super chill. Like I just heal her up. I heal her. She does her thing. I step back. I heal her some more. That's kind of my thing, and we're good.
So the hope, and I show you the map, is to go across from Zer to this bottom part of this island here, go further along the coast, across this channel, and then near the town of Azaf. What we're hoping is that you'll be able to find more people like you found the resistance here who are no longer in Azaf, perhaps free them the way you freed us.
I thought I was just looking for war.
Well, that's where the person that you killed said that's where he was.
Okay, but I'm going to bring him the rest of this Triceratops head so he knows what happened to his friend for killing my mom.
He turns to the sailors. She's still very upset. She has had some losses. She and her companion, as I've said, can be very intense.
I'm not intense. It's two different things. Algafir is intense.
I stand corrected by your yelling. You're clearly not intense. I misspoke myself. Um, I'm going to leave you to it. We can also we're loading in what we agreed on, but also any supplies you need. Let us know, and we'll have those loaded for you. And
Okay,
obviously,
cool.
Indira, anything you need, let us know, and we'll supply it for you.
Cool. Yeah. Can you go get Algafir? We might as well just get this meeting over with now.
You know, all of the cannibals are going to want to come with you.
Yeah, I know, but I don't talk to them too, but just get Algafir, and then I'll talk to the cannibals, and then we'll get it sorted out.
All right. So while that happens, for me to go off stream? Do I remove?
Here, I
from
got you.
stream?
Do
Okay.
you want your voice to go? Do you want your voice to stay?
I'm going to quick hit the restroom because I had the 3-hour drive.
Okay, I
We
will
go ahead and get to know each other, and then when I
Okay.
come back, Agafir will magically. That'll be the perfect time for her to show up.
Okay, I will take you away. Bye. Look, she's really not that bad, I promise. The cannibals are really chill. They've kind of evened her out a little bit.
So you
Yeah.
are the bestie of death?
What? Who called me the bestie of death? Who said that?
That is what Reska said. You ever been on a boat?
I'm just a healer. Like, I just kind of keep my feet on land, keep to myself, do what I need to do, and keep on moving. No, I have not.
It's okay.
No offense. I haven't seen anything. I mean,
Oh, you mean Tritons?
yes. Mom
Oh.
kind of kept me in the village, in the hut, healing herbs, and yeah.
That's
I
okay.
can tell
We
you
think
about the
look
rest
funny
of my
too.
crew, but we will let that
Wait, I'm sorry. The what? The rest of what? 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 Okay,
Not
look,
everyone's here.
Oh, there's more. So it's gonna be just me with a bunch of you guys.
We're
Yeah,
friendly.
don't
We are
know,
not.
but it
We are
sounds like
not
we have
cannibals.
cannibals, so maybe they do.
The cannibals are fine. They eat their family. Okay, that sounds way worse. Okay, so here's what happens. So what happens is when someone dies, the person's closest to them eats their heart, and then they make armor out of their skin. See, the more I talk about it out loud, it sounds way worse than it actually is. It's really kind of sweet when you think about it. So they always have their family in battle with them. I don't know. I don't judge other people's cultures. I'm just learning, and now they won't leave me alone, and now they're following me. Okay, so look, Algafir, she is like a little half my height. I'm more like this. She's like here. She may be a little wary. It's not personal. She's kind of defensive. Because the last time we went to people for help, we ended up in a dungeon.
Oh well, the rumpus doesn't have a dungeon. Not big enough.
Wait, I'm. All right, there you go. You're back in. Okay. There's Agafir.
Like Agafir splash.
Agafir just comes in like that.
There she is.
Oh, hey. Okay, so y'all, this is Agafir.
Hello. Who are all these people?
They're gonna take us on a boat, so you need to just be on your best behavior. They're friends. So it's gonna be me and you and them and the rest of their crew that we haven't met yet. So let's just hope they don't put us in a dungeon like the freaking dwarves did, okay?
Shea, have you been on a boat?
I am a forest gnome. I have not.
Okay. I lean over to Becca and I'm like, the leaves we used to calm stomachs, maybe have some on hand.
Is there vomiting to come?
Oh, very likely.
Wait, vomiting. Why are we vomiting? Why is there vomiting?
I heard when you're on ships, you bounce and it makes you sick.
The water moves, so it gets a little crazy after a while.
Okay.
I stab the water to calm it down.
No,
No.
we don't
No,
stab
Oh,
it.
no,
No,
no.
no, we don't
The
stab it.
water's gonna do what the water's gonna do, unless
You can't
that
really.
cooking
Yeah.
Well,
talking
here's
into
how,
doing something different.
Okay,
here's how I feel
so
about that.
okay, so we're just gonna find a spot, Algafir, just hang out in that one spot, and just try and hope for the best that we don't get seriously ill.
I don't
But
think
you're a healer, yes? Can you heal the stomach sicknesses?
Yeah,
I've
just
seen her
remembering
raise,
what Ash said: "Fake it till you make it."
I've seen
Yeah.
her raise the dead.
Tell people that. Okay, that's not how we open up that. That was a one-time thing, Algafir. That was a.
You did it. It was amazing.
I know, but it was a fluke. I screwed up something, and then he's back, and now he's dead again. It's fine. Don't worry about that. She's she has all these fanciful stories. Like she thinks like I'm just really cool, like we're besties and stuff like that.
Is
Right. I was clearly drunk when I said that.
Yeah.
is this why you're supposedly besties with Death?
Is this death?
Death is so much smaller than he thought it would be.
What?
Yeah, I mean, kind of.
No. It's a long
Innocent.
story. It's a long story. It involves giants and runes and war and red apes and
But if
people
it was-
probably coming back to life and
But Indira, if someone was really interested, they could watch the old episodes from chapter 1, right?
yeah, go back
They
and
could-
watch episode in chapter 1 on YouTube.
And they could be up to speed on all of those stories.
When all the craziness is happening.
All right, nice. So at this point, you take them out to the ship.
Mhm.
So when you approach the ship, there is a giant otter waiting impatiently for the giant otter's bestie. And there are a total of 7 people that work on the ship. 3 of them are NPCs, which we'll introduce in a moment.
Mhm.
And there are 4 just sailors. So the total crew is 10. The
For
total
now.
complement, yeah. Well, then plus Indira and Algafir. So as you're going up to the port, the first thing that's going to happen is the otter is going to glump up to Shadrin.
Hello. Just starts like rubbing her face. It's like the most personality she ever has is just rubbing her face in this otter. It's
He makes that delightful otter happy noise, which if you've heard it is like even better than that cat like rumbling thing. But it's with a giant otter, so it's this very I guess probably pleasing sound.
Amplified?
Yeah,
Can
yeah.
his last name be Clamberbatch?
Clamber.
yes.
Can he have a little vest like Apu?
Oh my gosh, it's like
Cool,
make him
never
a
match.
Disney movie companion.
He 100% to all of this.
So you see that running down, so it's not really a full, like there isn't, there's a pier, but it's not really a harbor. But running towards you is this gentleman.
Aw.
So he is a tattooed halfling.
Hey,
He seems very, very anxious about something.
Hey.
Oh, hello.
what's up?
Oh, that's a very big otter.
Yes, it is.
Is he dangerous?
Why would you assume that?
Well, because in the wild, if something's bigger than you, if you don't assume it's dangerous until you find out, you usually get eaten.
She just starts scritching Benedict's ears.
Duh.
Just like falls, it like rolls over. He like rolls over. Like
Indira, are you you're leaving?
Yeah, I have to go and find War.
So who is are people coming with you or are you going alone?
No, it's just gonna be me and Algafir. I'm gonna let Indira know that she's in charge until I get back.
And that's all that you're taking with you? So like nobody but you is leaving right now?
Me and Algafir and the boat and supplies?
Okay, because I'll really miss you. He looks relieved.
Beska's not on the boat.
You know, Beska's not coming.
Oh, I didn't even say her name, did I?
No, I mean, but she's probably somewhere with the scouting party. If you're curious.
I mean, I'm not, but it looks like we're done talking, so I'm just gonna go.
Okay, bye.
And I'm young, so if I'm running, don't misinterpret that. I have a
Oh,
lot of
okay.
energy.
Okay.
And he turns and runs.
He has this crush on one of my dead friends' cousins, and it's super cute. Like, it's super adorable. Like, they are both two little teenage kids. Just, it's adorbs.
There's like a voice from just somewhere. He's not my boyfriend.
And he's kind of a cannibal halfling boy band, kind of a
He's one of the
YA
cannibal
dude.
guys. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's one of the cannibal guys. Yeah, he's one of the cannibal guys.
And at this
He gave Beska his best friend's bone bracelet.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh God! Like, Tara's like, oh God.
Captain, we have passengers. Is a passenger?
We just have the two. There should have been some people along to load up some supplies on the boat.
I like eating leaves, but they loaded I think the term here is a fuck ton.
Yes.
They loaded half of a fuck ton.
A Zarek fuck ton?
A Zarek half a Zarek fuck ton of big flappy leaves.
Well, now those leaves are not for you to eat.
There's a lot. Can I snack?
You can have a couple.
Why is the turtle
talking? Andira.
What? Yeah.
Do you have concerns?
No. That's a really big turtle. And he's talking.
Turtle.
A turtle.
I think you mispronounced. Turtle.
I mean, I've got a name and everything.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
I mean, when all social construct fails and you end up introducing yourself, it's kind of like the last resort, but sure. I'm Kalari.
Hi, I'm Indira.
Oh, look! It's a weird creature that doesn't have a shell. I'm freaking out.
What's his name? Kalari? Hold on. I wrote it down somewhere.
Shadron is gonna high five.
Oh, she's got skulls in her hat. Oh, that's really freaky.
Now be nice. She hasn't left her town. She hasn't met many people that aren't like her.
Shadron's gonna high five Kalari.
He does it like slowly. I think he's a little like the sloth.
The sloth in Zootopia.
Algafir, we're probably about to see some different people. Some really different people.
Should I find out if my knife can slip under that shell?
No. Because I'm used to seeing turtles. I mean,
turtle.
Because he was back talking you.
No, it's fine. No.
I have this face.
Algafir, no, totally fine. Algafir, it's fine. It's totally fine. I would read,
so I should have this face
because they're saying turtle, not turtle. So turtle is
I thought it was a speech impediment.
No. Apparently, these people are. You know how we met the flying bird people with the demon in this? Oh, you weren't there for the demon in the sky bird people. Okay,
you said fuck her.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Oh
yeah, I did.
You seemed very sexually interested in her.
No, not that way. She dropped me out of the sky. Like, I mean, I'm going to fuck her up. That's what I mean.
Oh.
Like, I'm going to beat her ass. I'm going to yeet her back to where she came. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, yeah. So the serpentine woman in the sky, that's a bitch. Yeah, no, that's different. Yeah. So this is a turtle. We're learning new things, Algafir. Turtle. So it's not a turtle like the soup mom used to make. Turtle. Okay, got it.
We probably should get this all. Oh yeah, I was about to call bees up.
gotta get this all at once.
Let's get it all done now.
He half staggers up, and effectively he's got drunken master ability. So he's drunk all the time. But when it's necessary, it actually doesn't impede his efficiency somehow. So it's not really necessary to get him to stop. Oh, Cubson!
Sorry, I was just like, is his name Splinter? Y'all some old nerds. This is what's
Splinter.
I mean, Splinter, if he was fine, and not old and gnarly.
Splinter was his dad.
Indira's just gonna hold her hand on Algafir's arm and just stand. Hi.
Okay, so Algafir's expression is this.
all the time.
All the time. That's just constant.
Well, I mean, as opposed to.
There are new people who are trying to figure out the difference in those pictures.
Are these new hires? Are they? Are you going to be working with this?
Oh no, Cher. We're taking Indira and her friend.
Champion. I'm her champion.
Friend is fine.
Friend champion.
Algafir. Friend.
We're going to take them north to the bay by what's the name of it? Azaf.
So passengers, customers?
Passengers.
I mean, I cook sometimes. Do you have any special requests? I mean, I hope they're fish.
Bizab, I'm going to say I hope that you make something that tastes as good going down as it does coming up, because they've never been on a boat.
The trick is excessive spices, because then the flavor doesn't change much at all. It burns a little, but it's better than that sour stuff you get without it.
Algafir, I'm really rethinking this going to find war thing.
Magic.
And up behind him looms this fellow.
Query for the GM. What did the guy that I killed look like?
I believe
a triceratops.
I believe it was human.
Skull.
And he had armor. Yeah, and he had armor made from bits of great lizard.
I thought he was like.
Oh wait, no, he's an ogre. Wait, Olgier.
I thought he was an ogre.
Olgus.
The one with the triceratops.
Olgus, and he was an ogre.
Oh, that's right, an ogre. But definitely not this.
But not a
this fellow is not an ogre. This is a half-orc.
Oh, so clarification. He's half-orc.
Mm-hmm.
So he probably looks similar to the dude I'm trying to go murk. Well, not murk. I gotta have a discussion with him.
You
I have to have
that the guy you're looking for was something called a great orc, which is supposedly kind of like the Nords in Skyrim, like super.
The Nords,
right?
Yeah.
Whereas this is he is human. He's a big dude. He's half orc, but he is not like the guy that you're after is he's a chunk. He's a beast.
Okay.
He is a unit.
He's a chunk.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and have a nice discussion with him about how we got to find the other 7 people.
Adora thought that was her name. You say chunk, and she thinks you're talking to her.
So this fellow does not introduce himself. He nods, grabs Bizep by the shoulder, and drags him back to the ship.
Oh. Well. Okay. Hi. On their way back. Okay. Let's make sure that we have what we need. And
board the ship and go take a look at the quarters and the stuff in the hold.
The quarters.
Well, okay. So one thing you need to do is decide where everybody is. You have the 3 NPCs. You have the 4 sailors. The mid deck here in that central area, which has the 2 arrows, is set up. It can have as many as 8 people in hammock bunks, but the 2 crew quarters rooms. Up top, there is a captain's room, which you can either have alone or have somebody with you. Basically, you're going to want to divide up because it might come up while you're sailing, like who's where.
I guess I'm on top. I would like to rephrase.
So you're going to be in captain's quarters,
Yeah.
and I just assume that the 4 sailors are all in the central.
Yeah, the central area.
Pool? Okay. What about Indira?
Is there a private room that Algrafir and I can have so I can meditate in peace?
There's a couple of options. You can either take one of the smaller rooms down on the lower deck that's extra secure, and they're used for either secured goods for transport or as brigs. But since only you and her, you theoretically, even though there's not much clearance, if you're only going to go down there to sleep, you could use one of those, or you could use one of the 2 crew quarters as a private room up on the mid deck.
I will take mid deck. One of the 2 private quarters.
Zadri, are you okay with that?
Yeah,
it's kosher.
Yeah, no. I mean, we want you in a good mood so you can kill people to help us.
So that means Shadrin and Betka. Do you just take the other crew room?
Yes, I guess so. I don't want to be around the vomit.
That's fair.
Good call.
And does the otter largely live on deck?
Yes.
Okay. And, depending on how fast you're traveling, I assume you would occasionally take a splash. But if you've got a good wind, he probably doesn't want to jump off the damn ship.
Oh, question. Is my little secret friend with me?
How do you check?
Okay, she's going to do her thing.
You have to be like, I'd like to get up to some mischief.
No, she's going to use her telepathic ability and be like, Bork, are you there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, cool. Stay close.
You're going on a ship, huh?
Yeah, I'm not thrilled about it either, homie.
You know, it's probably just as well. Some of the Fae don't like crossing water.
Ooh, good thing to know. So does your old friend not go to other islands? Does he only stay on this one?
He's a lord. He can do all kinds of things, but some of the things he might send probably wouldn't want to travel over the foreign water like this.
Okay, good to know.
That's good.
So just stay close by. Just stay close by.
So, like, I can fuck around with the sailors a little.
No, Bork. No.
Like, not at all.
I will give you the bugs. You can have the bugs.
Figuring that. What about like crotch itches?
No, that's so mean.
Indigestion. Can I cast
if I have to be sick,
cantrip?
they can be sick. I will give you that one, good sir.
Indigestion for the win.
I gotta have it. Look, we can have a conversation. Just don't make them deathly sick. Just make them feel like icky.
No.
Just icky.
I'm gonna give them the blorp ups. It's good.
Okay.
Okay.
If I see anything too much, we're gonna reevaluate our negotiation.
Anyone that's listening doesn't know what the fuck we're talking about. Indira has a invisible pixie that was a familiar of a now dead friend who has defected away from a fairy lord to help Indira because he misses his friend. Mm-hmm. All right. So you check. Indira checks for the stuff that's supposed to be there for her. It's there. Aquafina is going to check your stuff as well, as though he gets all officious when she's got a duty, and that's all fine. And
she's keeping her special staff wrapped too, by the way, so that way no one's unnerved by the special.
So no one's seen the terrifying staff. Okay. Good.
Yeah, we're gonna just keep that wrapped up and strapped to my back.
So if you're curious, the sailors are Aj, Rip, Fen, and Bahar.
Okay.
Aj, Rip, what?
Fen and Bahar. The youngest of them is Rip. The oldest is Bahar. And they basically, the 3 named folk have specific kind of like help defend the ship. Beezup is often in the crow's nest, does some of the cooking.
Which is now a rat's nest.
Oh my God.
Right. All right, cool. So you cast off. All right. I need let's start rolling dice and playing D&D. I'm going to need an insight check from Indira, please.
All right. Since I leveled up,
I
it's so
stole
much better.
Kaden pirate dice just for this game.
Sweet.
It's got skulls in
22.
it. Ooh, starting off good.
All right.
I got a bonus 7 now since I leveled up.
So you're only out of dock. Horde is really, again, extending the point. Only a couple of hours, and you notice that Bahar is literally doing tasks on deck like tightening the lines, things, sailor stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you notice that his shadow, for a moment, looks like it has wings.
Is this, and what does he look like again?
So he is human, older, maybe late 50s.
Okay.
He doesn't, he is well muscled, like he's been working most of his life. He seems, though, maybe sick or something because he stops occasionally to cough.
Mm-hmm. Well, Indira's gonna kind of walk around and be like, "Are you okay?" But she's gonna like glance at the shadow for a second and then look back. Are you okay?
Give me an Arcana test.
That's what I was about to ask next. It's funny, my Arcana is crap though, but it's still an 18, so I will take it.
So while you're talking to him, you notice that there is a all-white crow sitting on the rail near him. And when you ask him, he says, "Oh, thank you for asking. I just picked up a bit of a rattle when we were at sea last, and I've not shook it yet. Nothing to worry about."
But I can see the white crow.
Yep.
Okay, hold on. I'm looking through my list of shenanigans.
It's different than the one for the
shenanigans. Yeah.
Can
it's different than for the viewers, right? Your list doesn't look like this.
Can I think it's the first time I've asked about using this instead of being told.
Somebody's got some serious feedback. I don't think it's me.
There it is. Okay. No stress. So I request an animal handling check to see if she can try and be friendly to the bird and see how it reacts.
So first thing is let's try a nature roll.
Oh, I'm good at that too. No, I'm not. I lied. My bonus sucks for that. Oh, it's a 19 plus 1. That's a 20.
There shouldn't be white crows.
Yeah, that's what I was going with as a player.
Yeah, well, you can confirm that with that roll. You are pretty sure that's not a natural beast.
Okay, so she is Algafir with her.
Yeah, she's like right behind you.
Okay, so she's gonna be like, "Hey, can you just wait right here?" And I'm going to go find.
So you know, she's got this expression.
Of course, yes. Just wait right here, and I'm going to casually sashay away to go find the captain.
Okay, the captain's actually on the aft castle near the steering wheel.
Okay, so she's like, "Excuse me, hey,
Yeah.
Question.
Can
and
I
I mean no disrespect, because you got a talking turtle. I don't even know what to call that guy without being offensive. And
He's
the silent one. Do y'all, and the giant otter? Is that bird y'all's too? The unnaturally white one?
Okay,
Please
so
hold. It's the bird ours.
Sadri, number 1, no, it's not. But number 2, you need to make an Arcana roll.
Oh, great. Oh, yeah, I'm sure I'm strong in that. Give me a sec.
So he's actually standing behind you. You walk right past him. The name's Kulari.
I'm sorry, Kulari. I was more so talking about the one with the ears and the drunkenness, and I don't. Yeah.
Oh, Biza. That's
I got an 11.
So you would know. You probably want to ask the Tritons, either one of them. because things at sea, like that's their home.
Right.
So sometimes they have insight that you don't. And
Who's
particularly,
near me? I assume the
well,
navigator.
the navigator is usually closer to you because she's
Yeah.
the one that's guiding the ship, right?
Right.
So, Shadrin, go ahead and make a Arcana check.
Alrighty. Let's see. I'm not good at this. I got a 15.
Yeah, but the D20 rolls 15 sometimes. So several cultures, including yours, consider the white crow to be, for the players that know what this is, a psychopomp. So it's a bird that shows up when someone might be dying
Great.
to escort their soul. So that on shipboard, sometimes when you see that, it's not always considered sometimes bad luck because it's a bringer of, like, it's kind of like a storm crow, but it's like a death crow.
Oh, are you
Is
sure
this
you're not
something we
besties
need
with
to
death?
be?
What?
Are you
Wait.
sure you're not besties with death? Because that would be very helpful right now.
Why?
That bird there's well, someone's gonna die, probably.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with player sentiment because the guy was saying he had. So can she run back over to the old guy?
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
he's finishing coiling some rope.
Okay, so she's gonna be like, "Oh my gosh!" and so she's gonna take off and
He's
run
taking
to the
off.
older guy. Like she's not even gonna say anything to them. She's gonna be like, "He said he wasn't."
Come on.
And she runs.
And
So-
so we're going to say, just to get everyone involved at this point, you run from them, and
Beska.
Betka, yeah, I was confused my name for a second. Betka happens to be over there when you run over.
Hey, guy, terrible with names.
Oh, my name's Bahar.
Bahar. Okay, why don't you have a seat?
No, Bahar, not
Bah-
2 syllables.
But look, just
Bahar.
have a seat. Just
All right. He
sit
sits down on the coil of rope.
Okay. And she's probably, oh man, I'm probably gonna piss this bird off. So
And this is something that Betka would see. It jumps over to your shoulder.
My shoulder?
No, Indira's.
Indira's shoulder.
Mhm.
You are friends with the bird too? That is not a good bird.
no,
By the way, right now you look like one of those $300 statues with the bird. The really expensive class. Like the bird completes the look. Yeah.
I want to try and telepathy the bird.
Maybe if the bird likes you so much, maybe you should not help Bahar. Maybe you should stand very far away from Bahar.
No, but the bird is here because someone is not well already.
Bahar looks up. What?
Stop. Can I try and telepath the bird?
Sure.
Okay. I'm telepathing the bird.
I love that sentence. What do you say to the bird?
Are you here for this man?
It responds, "Yes, mistress."
Does it have to be this man right now?
When you realize the feathers that you saw on the shadow
Mhm.
was the presence of the bird.
Oh, okay. Does it have to be him now?
You want me to pass him over?
No. Can I heal him and it can not be his time?
You're asking me?
Yeah. She says yeah out loud. She's like, yeah.
It turns its head like the dog listening to the speaker.
My choice?
You don't hear this, only telepathically. You are deaf, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
So I can pass him over if you like.
Yes. Please.
All right, I'll find another.
Thank you. Someone not on this boat, preferably. Thank you.
So it stops. So someone else then.
Yes.
He seems a little exasperated. Very
I'm
well.
sorry. I'm pretty sure there's plenty back. Hey, go check out the dwarves. Go check out the dwarves.
So he flew off already, but you're throwing after him. Check out the dwarves.
Yeah, check the dwarves.
So I would say Indira probably yells that.
Yeah, check the dwarves.
I gotta say, I'm concerned about having this girl on board.
All right. Bahar. I'm gonna get this guy. I promise. Bahar. Can you touch my hands? Hold my hands.
Oh, this seems so bad.
He looks he's afraid now.
No,
Like,
it's
all
fine.
of this is very disturbing, especially if you're an older man that's sick.
No,
Like,
it's fine.
all right.
I promise. You're fine.
He's a little cold.
Okay. So she's going to cast. Let's see. I don't think Cure Wounds would work. I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to use Healing Word on him.
Okay.
But obviously
So
when he does
you
it,
need something that would remove probably disease.
Disease,
do you have
please.
lesser restoration?
Do I have what?
Lesser restoration?
Let me see. Hold on.
That would do the job.
I have all the dead things.
I know. I was about to say, like, you got all like the creepy necromancy stuff.
Well, I'm the death cleric.
So we gotta
I do have it. I do have it.
Okay. So you can literally cast a spell and remove his disease.
Okay, hold on. I was looking in the wrong section. Oh, it was underneath. I'm blind, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay, so she's gonna use lesser restoration on him.
He immediately feels much better.
There. Do you feel better now?
And this comes up for no reason at all.
Rude. No! You didn't.
No reason at all.
Well, there's another Eska down.
So he thanks you, but doesn't seem less worried.
Okay. All right. Well, the bird's not coming back to the boat. Cool. And she's just gonna get up and walk off.
It wasn't the bird that alarmed me, ma'am.
Well, fine. Next time I'll just tell the bird to stay here then. Fine. Whatever.
You seemed like you were wishing death on all the dwarves.
Hey, look, let me tell you about those freaking dwarves, okay? Those little buttholes are the most useless sack of POSs that are rude and disrespectful and call us terrible things. And they locked us up. And they won't help anybody. They're selfish.
She leans in and whispers in your ear, you slept with one.
That one doesn't count. He rescued us, remember? Like, he took us out the dungeon. That one doesn't count.
This is dwarven armor.
Okay, but he made it. It's totally fine. He was the one that took...
They rescued us a couple of times.
Just that one. Not the whole group, bro.
3.
Okay. She's obviously feeling better about it because check out her expression.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
That's definitely her mollified expression.
Shadron is just looking at Betka like, what? I don't know what the hell is going on.
So let's actually
I would like to think that we have a lot of weird little rituals that we do to like rid like the evil eye or like whatever. So whatever the equivalent is, throwing salt over our shoulders and knocking on wood.
Right.
I am rubbing my lucky fishbone on all entrances.
You know, Lucky Fishbone is great in concert. You have to see them.
I love their third album though was a disappointment.
Really. So I would like Shadron and Betka up alone, please.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Oh, you want to be gone too?
Yep.
Okay.
But voice is fine. They don't need to see all of this. It's distracting. So the two of you, because you're beginning, there's time to spill tea about your guests. The two of you are alone on the deck. Your otter, Benedict, is up here. You're playing with him. And the two of you are talking about the shenanigans that are going on.
Do you think we can catch the death from her with her death birds?
I think we should be very, very concerned. I don't trust her at all.
No, everything about this is shady. I don't understand.
And not just my name.
True. I didn't mean it. We all know what your name means in our native tongue.
I was just joking. No, she gives me very, very bad vibes, and I think she's going to be very bad at sea. Not, and I don't think the sea is going to like her very much.
No, I don't think Sister C will. And I think she's brought bad luck with her. All over this place, my stomach hasn't set right, and normally after a good bowl of whatever that blackened goo is that he served us, I feel great. It hasn't set well. I think it's her. Definitely.
I agree. Everything about her and her little friends giving me the worst feeling. I don't think we should be taking her out here. I haven't seen one of those birds, and when was the last time we saw one of those birds?
Been a good while. Yeah, that's.
I don't know what was his name. The one with the one eye and both legs amputated. That guy when the bird came. Yeah.
But that was to be expected. She shows up and suddenly there's a psychopump just coming in.
And she's saying she's not intense and that her little friend is harmless. Her little friend wanted to stab their water. What the hell is that shit?
Which I'd love to see her try. She's going to lose, immediately.
At this point, let's go ahead and put everybody up, although not everybody is on deck. So at this point, only the Tritons are on deck with the giant otter. And there is a very loud splash. And 4 creatures leap out of the water onto the deck. These creatures, let me read from the summary. Essentially a monstrous seahorse, a sea stallion, has the head and torso of a horse, the arms and legs of a human, and the lower body and tail of a massive fish. They can walk on land with their powerful legs, but they can swim much faster with their even more powerful tails. Sea stallions wear clothes and use equipment. Their warriors wear armor and fight with shields and jagged bone spears. They are large size, and there are now 4 of them on deck with you. Also on deck are Beezup, who's up in, there's really no formal crow's nest, but sometimes he just climbs up the mast, and he's up there right now drinking. And Kudri is actually half asleep in the ship's boat. And there's, of course, a couple of sailors. The captain is actually taking a rest in the captain's quarters, and Dira and Aguafir are downstairs. So what do you do?
Try talking to him, of course.
Go right ahead.
I imagine they speak primordial, so just hello. What brings you to our fine boat here?
Cute little boat.
Who is your champion?
Champion? Why do you want to champion?
We can just kill you.
No, that would not be ideal. Let's try this again. Why are you here?
To match our skills against your champion.
So you're just a bunch of bullies.
Yeah, bullies. Why our?
It smiles. So no champion, and it gestures towards its blade.
We have a champion. We just have to find our champion since
what exactly?
Everyone's asleep right now.
Champion of what? Fisticuffs? Magic?
Yeah. Probably the fisticuffs.
Fighting and killing. We will fight your champion.
Oh!
Your champion will fight your champion, or we can just start killing you.
Shadron's gonna look at Betka and like, didn't that little
right? They did say that, didn't they? The one that's all.
Yeah. That one.
Wait.
Did you just
do an Aguafir impression?
That's our first Aguafir impression. I love
That's awesome. You got pretty close too. Yeah, love it. So someone run downstairs? Does someone go to alert the captain? What do you do?
Why don't you go run downstairs and alert the captain, and also get
A better idea. We stay up here so you aren't murdered, and I'll do this. And she's going to clap her hands and make a nice big crack of thunder 3 times in a row, which is essentially the ship's panic button.
Well,
I love it. I love it.
When you do that, the 3 creatures all brandish their spears and shields and get defensive, but they see it's not an attack, so they settle a little bit. That is one of the ways to bring all the, well, not the boys to the yard. You bring all the people to the deck. So there's
Bring all the sailors to the deck.
Yeah. Right. And you'd have to charge. And so within a couple of minutes, everyone is on deck. And there are these 4 fairly, because again, something that's at least partially horse. Horses are big. So something that's got kind of mostly horse torso, then proportional arms and legs, and then a big tail. These are big boys. And
what is your business on my ship?
Oh, dear.
They look amongst you. We see no champions here.
Captain.
They want to be doing fights.
Yeah.
Are we doing the killing now?
Well, we could that one said she was a champion.
I am her champion.
Oh no.
She points to Indira.
Algafir.
Yeah.
Hold on. Just hold on. Don't just volunteer. We got to see what they want.
I didn't say I am the paladin of the chosen of death. I was real subtle.
Thank you. Right.
So what are your rules of engagement, sea stallions?
Your champion will fight our champion until someone's dead or surrenders.
I'm assuming I can't understand this because you're speaking primordial.
Yep.
It sounds like rough gargling.
Okay.
It's not cute.
In fact, it
Every
requires that
bit
we take a
assumes
swig
still
of water
being
each time we
looped in
talk.
if it's important.
Yeah, so Shadrin's gonna turn to the captain and they want to fight a champion, and we have a champion on board, and it's a duel to surrender or death.
Okay, wait. Why? But why? Can you ask them why?
I don't surrender.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, we know. Why?
Well, I thought it was important to say.
For honor and glory of it.
But why are they here? We're just
They're
packing
big
through.
bullies. Big horsies. Horsey bullies.
But-
to challenge ourselves so we can become better warriors for our people.
They want to get stronger. So
Can they pick somebody else? We're on a time schedule.
We could
You
fight
need to
them.
beat the champion, and we will begin to kill you.
So
Do you have a champion to defend you, or do we simply take our blood and
I'm looking
And
at
I'm
my captain.
assuming they're translating this. Okay, and Dara's gonna be like,
you know how
Algafir,
yeah.
do you want to do this? I know you want to do this.
I mean, okay, hang on. This face.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So finally, Indira's gonna take her thing off her back. She's gonna unwrap her staff. She's gonna sit it down. She's gonna touch Algafir's shoulder, and then she's like, "All right, go
It's
for
a
it."
staff with a
Giant skull and
skull
stuff
on
on
top,
it,
yeah.
and whatever. And she's gonna just touch Algafir, but when she's touching her, she is going to be casting. I have a app for this. I gotta squint real hard. Where is the cool one? Shield of Faith is what I'm casting on her. So she gets an extra +2 on top of the AC that she already has.
So anyone who's observant and who gives a shit about such things, when Indira puts the hand on Agafir to cast the spell, there is a slight reaction in Aguafir, which makes it very clear her interest in Indira is not entirely protective. All right. So,
I
May,
can tell she slept with Ash a bunch of times. So whatever.
I know, right? So, May, you have the sheet.
Yep, I have it ready and waiting.
All right. So I'm gonna leave that up for a second so anyone watching can see the shit. And that's what you're dealing with.
The new and improved Aguafir.
That's true. She started as like a fairly not a lot of skills, but she's definitely been upgraded. All right. The sound you hear is me pouring my dice out. All right.
Sound of gaming.
Right, exactly. It's a little weird this fell in the hands of an NPC, but whatever. All right, so initiative from Aguafir, please.
They didn't say we couldn't meddle more. Can I also give her mage armor?
So if you do, it'll be obvious, and then you're going to find out whether they care or not. Are you willing to roll those dice? Also, bear in mind she's armor class.
Fair. She's an
Yeah,
armored up
she's
little
wearing
thing.
Yeah, it would take her. Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Could
Yeah.
I roll like some kind of nature to know if they'd care?
It's not a nature thing.
Or like
it's
a-
an honor thing, and I don't think you know their society.
Okay.
I think though that you're smart enough to know generally when it's single combat, you don't fuck with it without risking, that. For example, without magic, you don't have two people fighting and then somebody throwing darts at Arthur. Generally, that's considered bad form. It's cool if I take my longbow and just. All right, so will anyone interfere, or for the time being, do you let them rumble?
Let them rumble.
I like the way you put it. Let them rumble.
They
All
give
right.
me so many bad vibes.
Yeah.
So many bad vibes. If the little one dies, I feel more safe.
Has Indira fled? Oh, no, there she is.
There's a technical difficult sound issue. Lost sound. I can't hear you.
Yeah, I had to go to the old school fancy mic
Yep.
because my AirPods stopped connecting.
So what's your initiative?
Hold on. I've been fighting.
I am holding. If you need someone else to take the sheet and run for you, they can.
I got it. No, I just had to get my mic up and running. And I hope it's not reverbing. So please, y'all, let me know if it's reverbing.
So far, you're good.
Okay, cool. Her initiative is crap. So
You
Right.
have an
it is,
inspire.
That's true. You could use it to reroll the initiative.
I'm gonna use it to re-roll because I don't want her to die. Oh, that's better. 19, whatever her bonus is for
Oh,
initiative.
you will go first. Roll to hit.
Okay,
Armor
and
class 16.
she has 2 attacks. So we're gonna roll for the short blade first. I'm gonna go with that's a miss because that's a 7.
Okay. If you
And-
need them, you
And
can
then
use
her
them.
shield. So much better. That's a 19.
Do you want to use your smite to boost the damage?
Not this go round.
Okay. Give me your damage.
Yay, that's a 5.
All right. She is still green. We use green, yellow, red. Green is when something has most of its hit points. Yellow is when it's at half or less. Red when it's about to go down. So it's still green. It is going to counterattack. You're in tail slap. You have a very good armor class right now. However, this tail slap is a natural 20.
Oh!
So that's rude, right?
But her thing is 20 now. Is it?
Yeah, but I hear the natural 20 always hits.
I'm being sad.
Okay, you are going to take 22 damage.
What?
The natural
No. Oh, okay.
She's still up though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so hits her incredibly hard with that tail. So she's red.
Oh my God. That makes me sad.
The thing says to her in broken common, surrender. And she makes that face and says, never.
Now would be a good time, Algrafir, to learn how to surrender.
And she attacks. Go ahead.
All right.
Yeah, she's not really up for personal.
No, she's not. You're mean. Whew. Okay, so that first one is a 17.
All right. And that's going to be a hit.
All right, and then the second one. That's a wow. Somehow I ended up with 17 twice because of the +4 and +3. That works.
Okay, damage.
All right, so I need a 4. I need a D6 and a D4. And she's going to use her smite to add a 2d8 radiant.
Perfect.
And then that's +3 total too. Wow. That's 15. Wait, no. 3. That's 16 whole points of damage.
That meme. This is math. All right. It attacks.
Ow.
It hits with its spear. So that's going to be another 6 points.
She's at 0.
So she falls to the ground.
Okay, so she's at 0, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'm so sorry in advance, you guys.
I mean, at this point, is this what they said? Basically, it's to the death, or
well, it's been.
So you'll be leaving my boat now.
So I was waiting to see if there was an
So,
immediate action by
Captain-
Indira because the rounds are seconds, so it's not even been a second yet.
But she still has to make death saves, right?
We're not in combat rounds now. I just need to know if somebody, like clearly Zadri is going to tell them to leave. Is anyone doing anything else?
She's just gonna move to her friend because she's down and looks like she's dead.
Okay. And Betka?
Are they conveniently grouped?
I am nearest to them. I have stepped in kind of into them.
2 of them are conveniently grouped and not standing right by your friends.
Yeah, no. I'm going to cast a quick eye at my captain. Try to get a read on what they're thinking.
And Shadron?
Shadron is staying back and has her bow ready
Okay.
if needed, but is hoping that they are just going to leave.
So as you're stepping forward, Indira, and as Zadri is saying, you're getting off my boat, it raises its spear and then looks over at Indira and looks confused. I have won.
Okay. If she is asked and he is not left, now I will act.
Well, they've had literally 3 seconds.
Okay.
So you, Indira, the first priority thing, and this is one of these things again that's easier when you're LARPing because you're in real time and real space. Timing in tabletop is always a problem. Indira, he looks like he wants to finish her. What do you say to him?
She's down. We're done.
So death or surrender. She
She's
hasn't
down.
surrendered. I've defeated her.
Okay, she's down.
Now I kill her.
Oh no, she's down. We're good. Thanks. Bye. She's bleeding out. That's as close to death we can get.
Zadri, they are not leaving. I mean, they might be, but certainly not right away. What do you do?
You will leave my boat now.
Intimidate?
Yeah.
Intimidate roll, please.
I am sorry. I was trying to find my die.
It's all good.
It's giant, and I somehow lost it. All new stats. Okay. I would like to burn and inspire. I have an 18.
They look at each other. What is her name?
Agua.
Indira, he's asking
Yeah.
Indira.
Oh.
He's
What is-
asking me.
Yeah.
Her name's Algafir.
Okay. He takes his spear and cuts a notch in his shield. And you see it's got a row of notches, and they have a different number of them. So it's obvious, like defeats, victories. He nods, turns to the captain and says, although only the Triton is going to understand, because this is too complicated for it to communicate in common. So it says, "We will go, but tell no one we didn't claim her."
Quick translation. If we keep our mouths shut, they won't kill the little one.
Fine. Can I go now?
They leave. So I'm going to need May. You give me just throw a d20 for me.
Chuck it.
Do I get a high is low, good is bad thing?
High is good, low is bad.
Thank you. So I know if I just start crying.
Yeah.
Is 16 high enough?
She is alive.
Okay. Is she still at 0?
She is. She's bleeding.
Can I spare the dying her, please?
You can. She immediately settles.
All right.
Yeah, and she's got like a couple of broken ribs. Like that critical tail hit was the tail slap does 2d6 plus 3. It rolled reasonably well and it was double, which is it's more than these things do, but the critical was just a lot.
They're
So
lucky I didn't use my stuff.
Yep.
5d6 plus 5 of fuckery.
Well, between the crew of the ship, there's 6 of them, and they've actually got fairly severe stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So they splash off the ship. All right, so you're gonna take her downstairs and
Yes.
land a chair and care for her.
Yes.
She is depressed.
Did you want to die? Did you want to die?
She has no answer.
The bird's not coming back. I told it to stay away, so you're not dying.
No! I knew it.
You
too.
flash that again, that is your chaos, sir. And I will take it off your screen.
All right.
Nabbit.
No.
All right.
Fair cop.
Okay.
All right. So, any fallout from that? You just kind of thank God that wasn't worse and get on with your day.
I think that's basically our take is, well, that was a bullet dodged. I guess we went with bullets. That was a javelin dodged.
Let me have the ranger please give me a survival check, please.
Oh, good. Okay. 22.
Okay, so your navigation is flawless, and you're able to travel across the open water, which is actually, if you know, at least you're all various degrees of historical fetishists, and many of us are aware of what a trick this was back in the day, like doing open ocean before you're actually kind of culturally ready with the right tools, and it's risky. And in the history, in our real world history, it was a percentage of the time those ships just didn't fucking come back. And the fantasy, the savage world is very much like that. So as long as you maintain, and my understanding is a lot of the early Norse was like this, as long as you kind of see shore, you can boat around a bit. But the minute you're like, oh, Bjorn, we could just go that way, you're like, All right, saving throw versus you're dead. But fortunately, the Triton Shadron is able to guide you. Does figures north by the sun. Has enough primitive tools. To
My
be able to
crew is the best crew.
Well, I mean, literally, when you've got some of these badasses and 2 fucking Tritons, yeah, you've got a pretty damn good crew for a small ship. So you, towards the end of the day, it's getting dark, but you hear from. Actually, he doesn't yell anything. He just pukes onto the deck.
Oh,
Land. And you see that, yeah, there is land. So you've actually successfully made this type of ship can make the 120 miles or so in a day with favorable winds, which you had. So you have successfully gone from Zer across the open water. And now you're going to follow the coast. But it's time to be sleeping in shifts as you make the rest of that journey. All right. So I need from. Let's have Betka roll a d12. High is good for the party, 1 is bad.
I got a 10.
Okay. 10 is great, which means there's no further encounters of significance. And by roughly around morning, you continue to sail. You're starting to come up to where there's.
I thought it was a question. I was like, yeah.
You're following the coast, and you're coming up to the inlet to the bay, and it's getting markedly warm. Like, one thing that map should tell you
Right.
is,
We're near some fire.
yeah, like that. And the other thing is, Una being a moon is very small, so the whole Arctic to the Sea of Fire is small, right? So the conditions, the climate can change with a day or 2 travel. So clearly, Dira, probably you did even pack the fur, and after the day of travel is not gonna need this. Gonna put this in the special zip compression bag, put under my mattress, and I'm gonna be fine. All right, and about that time, it begins to rain fire. So this is something that's not completely unheard of to the.
Point of note.
Yeah.
Our boat made of wood.
Yes. So what I was saying is that these sailors, it's not unheard of. So the closer you get to the Sea of Fire, you would have a treated sail and you would have treated wood. So a properly treated wood, even with pitch, the whole I shoot a flaming arrow and then the ship goes up not really how it works. And you can treat it so it's fire resistant, right? Which is what you've done. So basically what you would tell them is, if you can rescue this sail and get the hell on below decks, because the people that are at risk, you do have a backup sail. One of the things you'd have in store is you'd have a backup sail. So I need let's have Tanya roll it, a d12 for how fast you can get that sail down. Low is bad for the party, 12 is good.
I'm burning an inspire.
Yeah, you can reroll anything. It's fine.
11.
11 means they're going to be able to get the thing down. And probably a couple of the sailors take a little damage from the burning fire, the burning rain, but not enough to really be serious. And you do, in fact, have a cleric, so you're able to take care of it. And they're not, this is not like you live on Una. So this is not like it would be for a normal.
I was wondering, yeah, and is where the wheel is, I assume, covered enough that myself and the navigator alone can be up top.
I didn't have the time for that level of resolution in the map, but I would assume, given that this is a thing that can happen, there'd be almost like the thing on an Austin bus stop.
Yeah.
Above you that would give you a little bit of protection if you need it.
Okay.
Although, if once the sail's down, you can go ahead and seek cover because it's not.
We're just stopped.
Okay. Yeah, you won't be going very far, right? So you head downstairs, and it continues. So let me May I have a...
And this is where the crew introduces Indira to dice gaming.
Aguafir is inconsolable. She's just sort of moping by herself. Everybody else gets down. Is anyone going to be tending their wounds? Like, will the people with some skill do it, or do you have the cleric do it? How do you deal with it?
I
mean,
imagine
we have we have a cleric on board, right?
Nope.
It's just you. Okay.
So I have some basic medicine training, so I imagine I'm patching some people up too.
So you're doing that, and you end up running into Indira, and she, in addition to spells, also did that job. It's kind of her original training. It's where she came from. So the two of you end up kind of working together, which is kind of a nice moment of maybe they're not just bloodthirsty space aliens. You're both
Maybe they are.
Yeah, but you're both treating them kind of the same way. She's also a little different when Aguafir isn't like standing 2 feet from her, being all intense and weird and shit. So you're tending them. I'm going to need from the captain a persuade to calm the crew.
Okay.
Because they're not really excited about the Ring of Fire. Weird, huh?
Oh, I thought it was the death.
I forgot she has the charisma of an Eska. So.
Oh dear.
Ray. 14.
Okay, 14 is not bad. So you keep their morale up, and you probably also know enough to know, since we're not moving, like a half portion of rum or something is like, if you're going to be here and not on deck, and some of you are on fire, it's okay to have a little booze. So their deck, you keep them under control. I need an insight check.
Some hardtack.
Betka, can I have an insight check?
Absolutely. One second. I know my insight is decent. I think it's +2. Yes. So that's 16.
So the sea is angry. And one thing that you would know because of your powers is the seasons, along with everything else on Una, are chaotic. So they're in constant flux. There's chaos throughout what you see as the world. You've been stating it really well. Like, to you, your special friend is super moody. There's more to it, which I think you kind of know instinctively. Like, there very much feels like there's something out of bounds. Like, as you feel the rain of fire come down, that here's the dumb statement of the session. That's not a normal thing. So you would definitely feel like something is doing that to make it so far out of balance that rains of fire happen. And I think you would be in a unique position to have an instinctive understanding of that.
Betka, being a little off center, is probably going to yell at whatever nearest drunk crewmate is near to her, saying, shut up, C is talking now, sister C is talking, you be quiet. Yes, listening. She's, things are not good.
And so they've been sailing with you for a while, so I would assume they just know to humor you. And so
I was about to say, I feel like everybody like.
Yeah. One like Fan actually says, "Oh, I'm sorry." All right. So it stops after about an hour, and then you're able to come up. You've cured those that got hurt because of your fast action and your timely roll of a high roll on a random die. You saved the sail, so that's fine. You just got to put that sucker back up. There's some light damage to the deck, but because it's been treated, it didn't just catch. So you're able to go up and put everything out, and it's not even really repairs to be done, just a little maintenance level stuff. I would assume the navigator would kind of on this ship. We didn't really pick a first mate, so I'm sort of assuming the navigator is effectively the first
that's what
mate.
I was assuming.
Yeah, so you would be checking those things, and the sailors would be reporting to you first, and then protocol would be the captain when it's important. But because the captain would immediately go to the damn wheel. So I think Shadrin, that the sailors would be, this is fine. We're putting up the the sail. And when they're doing that, of course, Hevia is strong, so he's helping. And you get it up within an hour. Betka, it would feel to you like a temper tantrum, and the sea is calming back down.
Everyone use very soft, very soothing voices. Do not do anything unlucky for a little bit. You in particular, you just here. I'm going to give you this. You hold these fish bones with respect. Maybe everything will be okay.
So
She is upset. We need to calm her.
it's early morning, and will you cast any spells to that effect, or like, are you literally talking to the water?
So that's what I was kind of curious about on because she's a sorceress, not necessarily a cleric, so there's not that divine
No,
connection.
right.
So
Do you like
I think
sing
it's more
lullabies to it?
pleading and performing and trying to appease the storm.
Toddler. Look
Do
who
you think
Look at what
Benedict,
I can do. It's all okay. Don't be so mad. It's all
so
right.
Benedict will figure out instinctively that you're upset, so the big friendly otter will come up to you and nuzzle you. Doesn't get the connection to the water, but is like, friend of my friend is feeling bad, so I'm going to put my cold nose on you. Boop.
I'm also sure Shadrin believes a lot of Betka stuff, so I'm sure I've given you some charms and things, like some shell charms and things that I have that I'm like, no, here, yeah, calm the sea. That's good.
So she's
Yeah,
like,
it's going to be a lot of like ridiculous mumbo jumbo that may or may not have any effect whatsoever.
You're totally the two aunties from Sabrina. Fucking totally. The idea that you humor her that way is so great. It's like, and the other thing that I like is that it's sincere concern too. It's not like you're not being mean about it. It's more like, yes, she was very upset. Oh, like, she's such a dear, you know. All right, cool. Indira, Agafir is she's just staying in the room.
She's not coming out on deck.
Nope.
All right. Well, Indira's going to let her have some alone time. She's going to telepathically tell Bork to keep an eye on her. Don't annoy her. Don't give her indigestion. And she's just going to head out on deck and just finally take a breather.
You hear about 20 minutes after they serve breakfast, your little friend whispers telepathically to you, "Watch this," and then he whispers 3, 2. He's timed it so they all puke at the same time. So all 4 sailors, and it's really not hard to get him to puke. The turtle pukes. He starts to and forces himself to swallow it. But everybody else, it's like a fountain. Like, it's like a decorative fountain.
Bees up.
Wall of water.
I don't know what that was.
Are y'all okay?
I hope I didn't serve you like all that fish might have been bad.
I don't have much of an appetite, so I'm not really eating.
I'm real sorry. Let me go make you some extra spicy sausage.
No,
That's not gonna help, is it? That sounds extra greasy and terrible.
All right. I'm gonna let you guys I'm gonna go over here away from the vomit and just try and like calm my nerves. Okay,
Did
y'all.
you say wall of water?
Yeah.
Yes.
So you're gonna just sweep the deck?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
I
So
want all of this bad luck off our ship
so
right
it's
now.
definite proof that Betka has powers. Like, she raises her hands and there's a splash of water that comes up and rinses the whole deck. So it is clean in like a matter of seconds.
Ugh. She's gonna telepathically tell Bork, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough.
Yeah, all right. I was pushing.
That's enough. That was a lot.
I know,
That
but
was a lot.
I'm frustrated.
Well, so am I. You're supposed to be watching Agafir. Why are you up here?
Because she's a bummer.
Oh my God, can you just keep an eye on her for me, please?
All right, I
Thank
mean,
you.
I can tell you what she's doing. She's saying failure over and over again,
Just keep an eye on her, please.
and no farts.
No farts, no
All right,
indigestion, no vomiting.
all
Okay.
right, fine.
Thank you.
And
Can I just, and Derek's just gonna lean on the bar and be like, I need a drink. I need a drink.
so Shadrin, you're actually closer to she. You see her do that.
I'm just like, Indira,
Yes,
might you know something about what just happened here?
I have no idea. I have a depressed wood person, and I'm on a boat going to find war. I'm a little preoccupied right now.
It just seems, I don't know. It's never happened before until you're aboard our ship.
And here we go. You know what? I'm just going to go back to my room. I had enough of this as a kid. I'll just stay there and y'all just let me know whenever you're there. And I'll leave you guys alone. Thanks.
I think it'd be a good idea if we knew a little bit more about your mission and why you're looking for war.
Because I need him to calm the frick down and help me find the other ones so we can yeet the Fae back into existence. But first, I'm going to kick your ass, dude, for killing my friend, and I hope you heard that one, bitch.
It's on a Post-it note.
Thank you. She will come for you. We have a whole clip of
that. She will come for you.
So it'd just be great if I can find the other, and I hate using this word that the Titans use, gods, and that way we can just find them, and then he can go fight somebody else. But right now I need him to calm down for like a good year.
Shadrin, it's real clear that Indira is not aware how many proper nouns or references to things you don't have the slightest idea about she just dumped on you. It's like somebody who read the first novel in a YA trilogy and just tells you about the second one.
Yeah, Shadrin's looking at Indira and is just, all right, I'm gonna need you to slow down and explain more things because I don't know a single word of what you just said. And all I know is it's bringing a lot of bad luck. So I want to understand, because if we can reach an understanding, then maybe we can counteract some of this bad luck.
I mean, what do you call back luck? The poor food? I mean, like, is it the food?
Food was never a thing before this today.
Well,
Beezup's actually quite a good cook.
First time for everything, just like the first time it exploded an ape's head. That was interesting.
I get that you've been through a lot in life, and a lot of us have. But I think we're going to have to work together a little bit more to make things better for all of us. Between the sea stallions and the white bird and the food now.
Well, I guess technically the white bird is technically mine, I guess. I just found out about him today. So that's news to me too.
Yeah. Are you?
So here's the thing. There's like a whole bunch of things going on because apparently there used to be gods and there aren't gods anymore. And apparently I have an affinity for one of the many layers of gods. And the guy that sent the red apes is the avatar, is the word I guess they used, of war. And I'm the avatar of death. And so Mother Willow is the avatar of knowledge because she sees things or whatever. And there's some other ones that are floating around and we know each other. So I guess in a short sense, Yes, I'm death. Woo.
All three of the characters on or the sailors in the ship, you all heard that.
Congratulations to me. I couldn't get anything like luck or what's the other one, Tanya?
Life is out
Yeah.
there, Tempest,
There you go.
and then there's 7 we don't know.
Yeah, there's some we don't know about. So I couldn't get any of the other ones. I get death. I get to
By
be
the way,
death.
for the audience, they don't know because they were going to tell her, and she shut them up. She gave them the hand and walked away.
We
Yep,
have no
we
idea
were
what
done.
we're looking for. It's
We
great.
were
She
done.
was like, and their names are, and she's like, I got no time for that, and walked away.
You said you're gonna help me.
Yeah. Which no, it's fucking awesome. I one thing I love about having the teenage girl as the protagonist, there's a lot more moping. You know,
Done. So done.
having raised a couple, like it rings true. Okay, so
Shadron just looks at Betka and is like, this is more your wheelhouse than mine.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm to the point where I'm just gonna embrace it. So yep, hi, I'm death apparently. Cool.
And that's really cool. Scary, but
Yeah.
cool. So maybe you should just get right with that, and maybe everyone else around you will stop throwing up and summoning death birds.
Yeah,
I'm not summoning them. He was already sick. The bird already told me he was already sick. He caught something the last time you guys were in a port. He couldn't shake it. He was on his way out. I told him to go home. So now he's not dead. You're welcome. I could have let the bird stay. I was being nice.
we're thank you, I think, but is I feel like that might be upsetting the natural order of things. People
Oh, you
on
want
the
me to let
ship
your
die.
friend? Okay, I'll let your friend die next time. That's totally fine.
No, I'm not saying that. Just maybe we should be careful playing with things like that.
I have muffins for everybody. It's gonna help a little with the barf tummy. So here's your muffin. Here's your
Mr.
muffin.
You cook guy.
Pizza.
You have
Pizza.
booze. You have booze,
Oh yeah.
alcohol.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'll trade you something for that booze if you would like, but I would just like
You just
alcohol.
want some? Here you go.
Thank you. And she's just gonna be like, well, this has been a great chat about how I'm literally death incarnate, but I'm gonna go check on my friend who's depressed right now, and I'm taking this with me. And she's just
Okay, so it's a little late in the show for this, but I want to do it now. We're gonna do a confessional. So let's start with Zadri.
all right. Hold please. I have to boom.
I'm not the kind of person to pass judgment. And a good fare is a good fare. I mean, if we could, it's good trading. But there's something wrong about that girl. And I'm going to be honest, I can't wait to see the backside of her and her odd little friend.
And just next to Shadron, please.
Hold please. There we go.
I believe in some weird stuff, and I've been friends with Betka for a long time now. But this I wasn't prepared for this. I didn't sign up for this. I don't know how to feel about what she's saying to me, and I don't know that I entirely believe her. But yeah, I had bad vibes about her and her weird little friend for a while, and I can't wait to get her off the ship. That would be really nice. Especially because I think she's lying to me about that vomit thing. I think she had something to do with it.
And let's go to Betka.
So I think a lot of this all comes down to vibes. There's a big depression vibe that's happening here, and I think, Sister C, she sees this, she's getting a little cranky too. I think we all just need to have a moment and come together, and then she can get off my boat, and I will rub it down with fresh fish skins, and we'll all be good. It'll be clean, and her bad luck will go away, and maybe she'll feel better. Yeah.
And Indira.
I just want to hurry up and get off this boat. I'm so sick of this. If I wanted to deal with this, I'll go back into time when everybody called me the weird kid. But it's fine. It's fine. I should make Bork make Shadron throw up. No, let me be nice. I need to be the bigger person. Ash wouldn't want me to be. Well, she is chaotic. But you know what? We'll sleep on it. I'm gonna have this wine, and if it doesn't work, on to the opium.
And you go down below decks and you find Agrafir. Agrafir has removed her armor and her shirt and has flatulated herself.
I'm sorry, she's doing what now?
She is engaging in flatulation.
Oh my god, she's ready.
Which is coming because she's flagellating, which made her fart.
She's
I realize that makes it
Flatulating or flagellating?
She is whipping herself. She's flagellating.
She's read too much Dan Brown. Why?
And she turns around and she smiles.
Hi, what are you doing? Why?
I feel a little better.
By beating yourself?
I feel clearer.
By beating yourself?
I won't fail you next time.
No, look, just be honest. Like, there were some people that we've never run across before. We weren't prepared. It's fine. It's fine.
What if something happens to you because I failed?
Shit happens.
It can't happen with you. You're too important. You heard what they said? You know what's at stake?
They can get another death, maybe. Oh, I don't think that's how this works. Crap.
Right?
Oh. Then they can never complete the circle, and then we're stuck with these things. Oh. Look, we'll work on it. We'll train. I'll try and boost you some more. It might hurt, but it'll be fine. We'll do that thing where you take points from me.
So she realizes she's topless, so she quickly throws on her armor skirt, the under. What is that called? The armor jack.
Yeah.
And my ribs feel really bad. Could you take a look?
I'll just heal you. It's fine.
So you don't have powerful enough spells to heal this.
What, the ribs?
Some things like breaks, honestly, D&D, they take spells like regenerate, which are way higher level.
Yeah, I don't have that.
If you have something that serious, you basically have to do medicine and just let them heal.
Okay.
Yeah, she's not hit points. She's down. She literally, it broke ribs.
I know that stuff that she learned from childhood.
No need to roll. We basically, it becomes a scene. The camera moves away. You bandage her up.
Okay.
Like you said, it's what you do. All right. So the three of you who are not Indira are on deck. And this is second day. It's midday. So you are calling the map back up. You're in the process of crossing the channel there. It's not little, it's actually pretty huge. Not as big as depicted, it's just that way so you can see it easier. And you're going across, and you're going to be stopping once you reach the other side, because you don't want to go as far as Azaf because you think that the enemy is there. But you're doing that. And at this point, I'm going to say that it's going to be Shadron who sees the other ship. There is another ship. It's got 2 sails, and it is coming your direction.
Shadron is immediately going to get Zadri.
Okay.
And Betka, because Betka has the alarm.
Just in case that alarm's needed. Can we tell what kind of ship it is?
Yeah.
It looks like the ones the apes have been flying.
Someone may want to go get our passenger.
I'll go.
All right.
I'm going to, let's see. Shadron, can you get us, how close into shore can you get us and not run us over the shoals?
I can do that. I'll get the crew.
Yeah.
All right. So
my plan right now is to, if they've kind of got a deeper keeled faster boat than hoping they can't follow us on the shoals.
Okay. So as you're doing that, you see that they fly a banner, which is red with a black thing that looks like the old chaos symbol made out of blades. So it very much says
War.
and even from this distance, you can see the red apes on the ship. And they are attacking to come in to attack.
All right. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, call everybody on deck.
Okay.
All hands on deck. And we're gonna run the shoals as close as Shadron can get us.
So I think the first thing I need to know is Shadron needs to make a survival check for me.
17.
Oh, nice. So you do come in, and so your hope is to be able to lose the larger ship somewhere where the fact that you're smaller and you have a lighter draft will be all right.
Yeah.
Okay. And obviously the navigator understands that. So I do need intentions here. So Zadri and Shadron are busy steering the ship. Betka.
I'm going to be trying to assist by using my ability to summon gusts of wind to kind of help keep us from getting too close.
Put a
So I'm
buffer
kind of like
between us.
helping. Correct.
Oh,
Well, I love that it's magic because I've watched a whole bunch of science videos about what if you put a source of air on a boat and blow on its own sails. And the
Oh
physics,
yes, that's one of my favorite thought
the physics
experiments.
is fucking fascinating. Have you seen the experiments? There's a bunch of them.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And some of
It's
them do not end like
similarly.
they
There's
expect.
the treadmill one, which is very
Uh-huh.
similar. Yeah.
Yeah, or the one Mythbusters did where you try to do the spy hunter thing
Yep.
and go on the truck.
Yep.
It's like the physics
Going
is fucking
Knight
mind-
Rider.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. You would think it was simple, and it's way not. Shadron, yeah.
oh, I was gonna say I can help with that because I can also do gust of wind.
So
I can help, Betka.
as long as you've given directions to Shadri, the two of you can do that.
Yeah.
But at some point, Zedri's going to need additional help. But you
Yeah.
get her where she goes. So the two of you are filling the sail, and so it's like you put the motor down in the boat, and it just surges forward. Indira, what do you do?
I'm down with what's her face, right?
Well, you came up when they called.
Oh yeah. Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
So I see this banner.
Yeah.
Can I have a frenzy check like in World of Darkness?
Well, you can be super enraged and pissed off. That's fine.
She's just gonna like run to the front of the boat and she's gonna be like, "Give me war, because I am death."
Roll percentile dice for me.
Roll what?
Percentile dice.
Oh Lord, hold on. Let me
Yeah,
find
we
it.
don't use those much anymore in 5th edition, do we?
I'm trying to find them on my my sheet.
I
thing.
mean, they're still on like the loot tables and the magic
Yeah.
tables,
I
but yeah,
think-
they don't get used.
I think
as
it's this
often.
one on D&D and Beyond.
Lower left-hand corner, the die icon.
Yeah,
that
I
you
see
use.
it. I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be. It is a 79.
Okay, cool. All right. So Zadri, you're basically running, and they are now shooting bolts at your sail. And they're using, and I think I'm thinking ballista here. It's not a fucking trebuchet. That's a siege weapon.
They're both good at trebuchet.
Yeah. So you're going to know the name of this, and I'm forgetting because I have holes in my brain.
Nope, I have holes in my brain, but go for it.
Large scale bolt thrower.
Yeah,
Ship.
ballista.
Is this ballista?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is one, but it's not like, it's maybe 8 feet across.
Okay.
I've seen
It's their
ones that are
version of a cannon. I got it.
essentially, yeah. And what they're throwing is very wide bolts designed to shred sails. So they're basically trying to
Right.
put holes in your sail to slow you down. So I shoot and I hit and I tear a hole in the sail, but that doesn't stop you. But there's now a big
Yeah,
hole in
we've
the
lost
sail
some momentum.
that's ripping because you're pushing it with wind. Stay the course. 2 people blowing
I
wind.
take it we don't have an oar backup system.
It's too large and it's not the
Okay.
right kind of ship, sadly. Zadri's steering. Shadrin and Betka are generating wind. The sailors. Indira, what do you do?
Can I see said ballista?
Yeah.
I would like to. Did I get any sleep? Since the horses, because we slept, right?
Yes, you would
Was
have
that
had.
a-
Everybody would have had a rest since
Was
then.
that a long rest?
Yeah, I think that was like literally a day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all I need to know. I am going to blow my wad and cast guiding bolt on said ballista.
What's your range?
Oh yeah, wait a minute. It's 120 feet. I should ask that
Yeah,
first.
it's more like 360 feet away.
Okay, hold please. Let me see. I'm looking through my stuff. Scott, I'm just gonna yell again. Quit being a bitch and come here, war.
So I like the ships doing the thing, and the 2 Tritons are generating the wind, and there's this very angry teenager on the back of the ship just yelling and making demands.
Like
She's in her early
waving her
20s.
staff and being like, just take me to war. Leave them, bring me.
I'm gonna need a just roll a d20 for me, Tanya. We don't. I mean, you would have some kind of proficiency, like I think there's literally one for like water vehicle handling or something. It's
I have a
really
proficiency in water vehicle handling. I rolled a 13.
you'd have it, so it would be that plus your dex plus the 2.
Plus my dex plus 2. What did I say?
Oh, your proficiency up
18.
yeah, your proficiency is up to a 3 now, isn't it? So it'd be a plus 3, so that'd be a 19.
19.
So a 19 steering means you're doing very well. And so far, Shadrin did a really good roll for navigation. So you're doing pretty good. And the 2 Tritons are just gonna, until the sail rips, you're just gonna keep up the pressure.
Actually, Shadrin's going to stop and then run to where Indira is at the back of the ship and cast fog cloud to obscure the vision for the other ship. So they can't see us.
Nice.
Wow.
So as they're trying to hold the sail, they have to target through the fog cloud. That's awesome.
I love that.
Betka, what are you doing?
If it looks like the sail is about to give, we only have one since the other one burned up. I'm not going to risk our other
You
sail.
want to push it harder because you're worried about it ripping faster. Yes?
You want to?
Sure.
I think.
I'm going.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
going
push
to-
it. Push it.
Okay. Pushing it is.
Okay, so that to me, that interchange looked like you look back at the captain and she's like, so
And I'm just yelling like, Brother Storm, please kick up the gas. We need to go.
So Lex, give me a D12. High is good for the party, 1 is bad.
Okay, let's see.
I wonder if he is using the same wind we are using.
No pressure.
No, great. You do have an inspire.
You want to use that inspire?
Inspire.
Yes, I would very much.
So I have a chaos since I used that chaos, right?
We have another
Really?
chaos, yes.
Because it would sure be a shame if that sail ripped, wouldn't it?
It really would.
Okay.
Becca's just like, oh no. Oh, I knew I had poured on too much. And Storm, stop. It's
Mike's
Captain,
just
I'm
ready
sorry.
to get to the hand-to-hand combat. Okay, it's fine.
All right. So I love the fog cloud, and that's going to make me roll at disadvantage. I rolled 19 and a 4. So definitely because of the fog cloud, that bolt goes way clear. Awesome. So they lose that. So because it's ripped doesn't mean it's completely useless. So it doesn't like disintegrate. It's just going to rip. So it's going to pull. You lose speed, obviously. But you rolled a 19 on your last sailing check. So let's go ahead and get one more navigation from Shadrin. So that's going to be a nature check. Not nature. We're doing survival for that.
I'm gonna use my inspire.
Oh, okay.
Always the words you want to hear.
Oh my god! Seriously? I went
Oh.
from an 8 to a 9.
So,
Slightly better?
Cedric, go ahead and roll, and this is to avoid you hit a patch that's actually a little too high. This is a possibility of ripping the bottom of the boat.
So what do I have to roll?
So this is Zadri, because the navigation basically failed. So Zadri's got to avoid, oh shit, we're hitting shoals. So go ahead and give me that D20 again, like you did last time. This is Tanya.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to burn my inspire.
Jeez.
I rolled a 4. 15.
So you managed to avoid it. All right. Wow, and I roll an 8 and a 4 for my rolls. So they hit the patch that you steered into, and their ship is taking damage. So their sails are fine, but they're ripping up their hull.
Right.
Who hasn't rolled the D12 for fuckery? Okay. So,
oh no, I have.
So Blythe, go ahead and roll a D12 for me. High is good for the party. 1 would be terrible.
One would be terrible.
Oh. 7.
7's not bad. So their captain actually decides to slow because he realizes that he's ripping up the hull, and that's even worse than the sail. The sails you can pull down, easily repair. Repairing hull means you've got to literally, there's a lot of work to repair a hull. So you, even though you have a ripped sail, you pull away. All right, so you find yourselves across this gap. Oh, that's the wrong one.
Back into the air.
Yeah. So you've crossed, and you're now up just north and west of Azov, like just across that gulf there. So you start looking for places to let Indira off. Agafir comes up. She was on deck with everybody else. She's in her armor. Given the temperament of everybody in their confessionals, it's pretty clear the crew is very much about getting her to her destination off the ship. So you find a good place to set her, and you pull over. And
pull over.
Are there goodbyes?
I would like to do one thing before I get off the ship.
Yeah.
I would like to cast mending on their sail and then deuces.
I mean, this is my thing. As much as we want to see her gone, we don't want to piss off Death. So I think that there's definitely
Yeah, you want a good yelp.
It was a pleasure, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a sack of something that smells terrible, but I tell you it's for good luck. It will help.
Okay.
I give you it's a little knotwork with shells and stuff. It's kind of the same thing that wear it.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, and then Shadrin also gives it's like a shell necklace, and it's for good luck.
Don't kill us.
Unexpectedly, Kalari comes up and gives you a hug.
Aww. Thanks, buddy.
Just be careful.
I'll try.
He doesn't say anything. He has wandered off and he's drinking. All right. So you set them aside. Indira and Aquafir get off the ship onto the ship's boat. They go to shore. They are now on the opposite island. You have now traveled farther. Certainly into a different island completely. So when next we come back, we will see what becomes of them going forward. And I
run for the ship. No play.
So I think at this point, we will say goodbye and thank you to our special guests.
Thank you, guys.
Depending on how things go, we may see, again, depending on how things go, we may see this crew recur at some point. Like I may call out these
We may
players.
see the rumpus again.
Yeah,
That
well,
rumpus.
it might not even be with Indira or this plot line. Like we had that one episode with the
The old
semi-retired
Chads.
players.
Oh,
Like we could maybe do like the ship as an adventure.
mhm.
All right, so thanks very much. Before I hand over thank yous and credits to May, personal thing I want to tell anybody that's still watching. It's looking like Nuked is coming to Net 21.
Ooh.
We're talking about exactly when, but we're thinking about we've been discussing that later slot on Sunday, like 10 to midnight. So it'll be
Ooh.
like Nuked After Dark.
Oh my god.
More
And if you
after
don't know-
dark than this.
And if you don't know what I mean by that, you can go watch Nuked on 819. Nuked and Tanya can back me up.
And
is
Meat
some
Twofer.
up shit. So it's mutants, magic, and mayhem in a world gone mad. So it's a post-apocalyptic. It's messed up, but it's a lot of fun.
It's great.
And it's coming. Sundays are going to be all nice all the time. So that's coming soon. I don't know exactly when, but soon. So May, you got credits and shit for us?
I have credits in chat. But first, we want to say thank you to everybody that came and watched because we love it. I have some housekeeping. If you give me un momento, por favor. I have to read these notes because I'm normally not this person. We of course want to thank Ren Adventures D&D Tours. That's of course if you have not heard of it. I have a fuzz in my face. That's where you get to go overseas and play D&D in castles with people that speak the language, like Paulo. Woo! We're also sponsored by Penny Dragon Games and Little Empire. And Tanya, are you doing that this month?
No.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I have to look at these notes.
Oh, I mean, I think I'm actually technically every month. I think
okay.
just
I'm
like
talking about
all
my
the time.
tabletop teas. And of course, in case you haven't seen it real quick, just so you can see our banner. Actually, it's in the closing. So be sure to check us out. Support us on Coffee. Check out our merch. And we'll see you guys later. Bye.